Have those types of goals, they'll have those types of thoughts, and then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those who you would think could absorb that contact. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. 14. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38, Rivers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
8-yard line.
First down, Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Will line up for the
operating from the gun. Rivers, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was taken.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Still 9 remaining on second down.
Second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Cousins pass.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Finding Hilton on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8, Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jaleel Johnson coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. 3rd and goal for Rivers.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Makes the score, Colts 23.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to...
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. You start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
20-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 36-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
26.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Can't do that.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you?
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On play action, Cousins. He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 20.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 19.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
For the point after.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Rodgers on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
10 at the 34-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third down, a run by Mack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 47 yards. First down, Vikings.